was on camera when they picked that, he actually looked sad. He was like, oh man.
Expecting that Unfleek would give some attention bottom lane, and as you can see, Mystic and Ben definitely very far up. That's a great binding onto Gorilla, but he misses the dredge line. Very unfortunate. Mystic is going to be the target, and he does have to flash. Ben still has both of his summoner spells. His Fate's dead in the mid lane. Spirit returns the favor in kind, and there's first blood. Didn't use his teleport to get back to lane. His lost chapter now complete. There's a teleport towards the bottom side. Mystic, no flash, remember. And there's the double face breaker summit. No, the dredge line is going to miss Ben, but Mystic is still dead. Not a chance that he's going to get anything done as the Sky Strike comes in. And Unfleek will grab that kill. But now Keen with some spare time towards the top one.
This hard engage from the side of Sandbox.
Yeah, good dredge line lands. This time it looks like Gorilla's eye is in, but now doesn't have any more of that aftershock, and a teleport is going to come forward. Fly looking for the stun. Focus Will's going to do it, and that is a very dead Nautilus.
Mana, and Fly is just sitting here with full mana in the mid lane. He's going to be able to push and then rotate for this play, as here comes the fight.
Yeah, Unfleek was lying in wait though. Summit gets a big shield. Dawning Shadow comes down as well, but Keen gets the damage, and Spirit's going to grab the kill. Now Unfleek, he has to flash out, press the attack, fully stacked onto the volley bear, and he is donezo. Sort of goes that 1v9 play. Spirit is going to find Unfleek. Great live binding here from Ben, who's also going to be able to throw out the final spark. Spirit is going to grab that kill, I believe, with the last tick of the Subjugate. And Root's trying to keep people alive, but he just can't do it.
Wait, no flash.
Sending a message.
Pick W.
As Spirit is going to be able to clear out this ward, as we might have yet another fight. Another final spark looks really good. Loosen Singularity to slow them all up here. Spirit is super low, but still in amongst the fight is Keen. Now bouncing around, gets the backflip, gets the ulti, and the superplex is in, but Summit is so dead. Stunned up, destroyed. Fly grabs it with another orb, and Mystic denied his ultimate.
And this is what they're going to go for. We'll see if they go and try to look for some picks, as we do see Spirit pretty far in here. They're not really grouped for Baron.
Yeah, the Sky Strike didn't do a fair bit of damage, actually. Onto Spirit there. Shockwave lands onto Fly. He flashes away. There's the depth charge, and the Dawning Shadow does a fair bit of work. Keen trying to cause a ruckus as Summit takes the majority of his health bar as he teleports in. Absolutely not what you want. Is now Mystic. He's going to grab that kill and look for more. Gorilla looking for some minions. Sandbox, they want, it looks like they're hungry for a fight, especially with Keen, no teleport on the bottom side of the map. Sandbox, they want to try and force. In goes Unfleek, the dive on forward is Fly. Just deceptively tanky, great shockwave, however. And that's going to be a very dead Syndra. And the Trundle falls down as well. I mean, Afrika should have known that that was going to happen because Keen was nowhere to be seen. And never mind, Sandbox, they force the fight and they force it really nicely.
They forced the fight, and Afrika kind of did both things. They were split pushing and also trying to fight 4v5, which is definitely a bit of a mistake, as, wow, that was a nice finding onto Gorilla, who looks like he should go down here.
Yep, Mystic gonna grab that kill. Don't know whether Keen necessarily needed to ulti, but Felios.
It's pretty ridiculous what you can pull off.
Well, Shockwave lands onto one, but it's Spirit, and he's actually pretty happy to tank, as he is going to be pulled back, and so they do manage to burst down the Trundle. How it is going to work out. Set towards the top side, just trying to keep things in order as Mystic's caught out of position. He flashes though, and the Redemption is going to be in massive heal as Gorilla is going to get chunked to high heaven. In goes Keen, like you're talking about. Unfleek getting chunked out. Mystic is just massive. Ace in the hole comes forward, but he doesn't have enough damage to kill the big tanky bear. But Afrika will still be able to win the fight.
Yeah, and Set was nowhere to be seen. Looks like he was dealing with a top wave of minions. Now comes into mid, but
maybe there's an opportunity as Keen goes into his shroud. Remember, double stopwatch as well. Two-man shockwave. Ben's going to be taken down first, but Spirit is just massive. Keen showstopping into the back line, but he's just able to move around and kill everyone. Summit going to be killed on his fountain by the looks of things. Not enough shields as Mystic. That's a big old headshot. Triple kill for the Caitlyn. 16-5 the kill score as Afrika do walk away with game one. As they are certainly looking at playoffs, but they'll have to run the entire gauntlet if they want to get there. Mystic.
This could be one of the biggest decider match for the playoff destiny, and this was Afrika Fricks versus Sandbox Gaming. Afrika Fricks picked up the win in game number 1. Both teams were focused on a different side of the map. Caitlyn and Lux. And also, Afrika Fricks was able to outrange the opponents, and they also took the dive comp So they were focusing on the 2v2 on the bottom lane and also skirmish around the bottom side of the map and also the CC chain. Sandbox Gaming, they were focusing on the vision control on the right hand side of the map, and also Nautilus was the one to engage fights. So Africa and Sandbox, they both had chances and timings to pull off the play that they planned, and Africa was the one getting the cleaner fights. Sandbox also had a really strong dive comp, but at the same time, the damage carries on the side of Africa Fricks were so strong that they were able to chunk down the front lines on the side of Sandbox Gaming. Even though they might lose some point on the bottom lane, well, they were able to compensate that with their rotation on the top side of the map. Let's take a look at the highlight where Sandbox was able to pick up a kill, but somehow Africa ended up getting more profits after this fight. So Caitlyn already managed to shove in the wave, so that didn't really end up being a huge loss for Africa Fricks, and at the same time, Akali was also able to shove in the wave. So Sandbox, they tried for the dragon, but because they used all of their tempos, Africa Fricks ended up finishing that dragon. Africa Fricks, they are one of the teams that know how to rotate around the map. So in the end, they also picked up the kill on the bottom lane to finish that a very extended skirmish happened in the early phase of the game. Orianna, when she was about to place the ward to check where Trundle was, she actually died there, so she had to use her teleport to get back to lane. So Syndra was definitely also having the TP priority for the bottom lane fight as well. So even though Caitlyn died there, Africa Fricks weren't too surprised or worried about that result because they knew how to compensate all the loss they got. Trungle did take a lot of damage by himself, but we have to take a look at the mid lane. Orianna was about to join this fight, but Fly successfully zoned him away. So Orianna was late to the party. So she was not able to actually participate in this fight at all. Trundle was also definitely being super tanky. And at the same time, the bottom duos on the side of Sandbox Gaming did not have their ultimate, so that was not a good fight for Sandbox Gaming to take. At the same time, even though Sandbox Gaming, they have a lot of CCs, they don't have enough damage to finish the fight. We did not see any upsets coming out in this game, and let's check out the player of the game on the side of Africa Fricks. Trundle, Spirit, the third POG of the summer split. Trundle was picked in a very early phase of the pick and ban, and he did manage to show the value of this pick. It was not about the super combo with the Trundle pillar and the Caitlyn trap. It was more like he was really proactive and he was really smart with his decision overall this game. And also, Trundle was doing a fantastic job to zone out the damage carriage on the side of Sandbox Gaming. And in this game, Syndra got much more blue buff compared to Orianna in this game, which kind of reflects the priority that they had all throughout the map. Spirit picked up 7 votes out of 12, but at the same time, Keen, Mystic, and also Fly picked up the votes, but Lux, surprisingly, didn't get any votes in this game. Africa Fricks is one step closer to the playoffs, so let's move on to game number 2, Africa Fricks versus Sandbox Gaming.